All right, so let's talk about it. Why aren't you selling products online? And I don't mean like why aren't you selling them now due to lack of motivation. I mean why aren't your products selling online? And here's a couple of quick reasons that I typically see with my clients. And the first one that I'm going to share with you is one that's kind of counterintuitive. And number one is, are you relying too much on AI? Right now, the common sell, especially amongst people who sell courses, is AI can do that. AI can develop your creative, can write your ads, can walk you through how to create these ads, can walk you through how to target them, can pretty much have you do everything, teach you how to do everything, and make you an expert on all of it. And while that is pretty much the truth, it's not 100% true. And you still have a place and a need for experts to help you with certain things. Are you relying too much on AI and thinking that, hey, anybody can do anything now because I got this genius in my pocket? In some cases, that's true and probably worth testing and starting there. But in many cases, you're going to find a limitation to what that AI can and can't do. And also, your time is worth something. And if you knew you could cut back on the amount of time you need to spend wasting by experimenting and instead you could work with an expert, maybe it's worth doing that. The second reason why you might not be selling anything right now online, or why your products might not be selling online, especially on a place like Amazon or on Facebook or on TikTok, is does anybody want it? I mean, is it time to step back and say, is this thing that I'm selling even something that people really care about? Like, am I reinventing something that's already been tested and proven not to work? Is there a reason why my ads aren't converting? Maybe it's not that I'm not feeding enough ad variations. Maybe it's not that I haven't found the right influencer, and maybe that it's not that I haven't found the right UGC creator. Maybe it's that, in fact, what I'm selling nobody needs or wants. Maybe there actually isn't a market here for what I'm doing, and it's time to reevaluate. There's a whole lot of other reasons I've seen why people's products aren't selling on Amazon or on Facebook or on TikTok, but those are the top two. Right off the bat that I often see is an over-reliance on AI when they're getting started, thinking that they're a pocket expert. And number two, they've done virtually no research. They've done no proof of concept as to if there's even a market for the product that they're selling, or if that market still exists, or perhaps they're jumping into it a little bit too late. So go ahead and have some proof of concept before launching that product, because just because AI says you can do it doesn't mean you should, right? And just because you have a tool that makes things easy doesn't necessarily mean it's going to make it worthwhile. So it's always worth it to go ahead and do a little bit of research and some proof of concept. And you know what? Sometimes the other thing to do is it's worth setting a time to say, here's when I'm going to pull the plug on this project. At this point, I'm going to set a deadline, and if I haven't seen some success at this point, then I'm going to stop. That isn't failure. That's reality, right? That's not when because you're a loser. That's because you realized this concept didn't work. I'm going to stop wasting time here, and I'm going to move on to the next thing. That's what entrepreneurs do. That's not something that you failed. That's a project that you learned from and you moved on, right? And then you start the next one. You can do it. Keep going. Don't stop. If you have questions, hit me up and things will work.